Podcast
Hold
Matter
up.
presents.
Say it again.
Welcome to hashtag All Podcast Matter presents
Just a regular ass movie review.
Creed 2, not Creed 1, but Creed 2.
Yes. Nigga, they use numbers.
I appreciate them using numbers and not like Rise of the Creed, not Creed Assance, not Creed is back,
Creed Vengeance.
not the recreating,
Yeah.
not Creed 2, I'm not versus Drago, just Creed 2. Simple as fuck. I appreciate that. I know exactly where we are in the franchise.
Yeah, 2. We can just jump into this bitch.
Ukraine 2018.
Oh, you felt like saying that shit. So you go ahead.
I did. This movie opens with a punch.
A dad punch. Like,
a dad punch. It's like, why aren't you up training, punching these bears and drinking more vodka?
That's how you train in Ukraine, right?
It is. So he wakes up and Drago Jr. is eating some borscht for breakfast, and it's cold as ice.
Nice.
It's got like broken glass and ice cubes and rubber in there, because that makes him tough on the inside as well as the out.
And which actually doesn't. We all seen Oz.
Wow. What a reference.
That shit hurt my feelings, bro.
That show was psychologically disturbing. I really should not have been watching that. Should not have been watching that.
My tits.
Putting glass in people's food. There was a whole lot of prison rape in that show. It was gross. Just hitting people with soup cans. Man, I got to write in my journal tonight. Gotta get that out.
But I do know I'm converting to Islam when I get that bitch.
Drago Jr. is fighting, and there's a black man watching who, at first glance, I think is Jaleel White. It isn't.
Yeah, I just know that nigga. He was some bad guy in some black movie. Anyway,
he's stereotypically black man in all black movies.
He was just ready to walk around Ukraine with a nice ass suit and a fucking shady ass boxing ring.
I'm like, you just feel safe, okay? All right, that's cool.
Yeah. As soon as Drago walks out with his Drago and Drago Jr. Well, he's not Drago Jr. He's Victor. My favorite Russian name for some reason. So he walks out and he's like, "Hey nigga, it's time." And he was like, "Yeah, we've been saving up all our rupees to get out of here."
All our rupees.
I'm pretty sure that's not the things, but I don't know what they do in Ukraine bucks.
Yeah, that's right. So we see
Creed. They missed the time. They missed a great thing to show the plane dot from the USSR to Philadelphia, because that shit reminded me of the USSR.
Yeah, I would have wanted to see that.
It's like, and with the sound too.
The Casablanca?
Yeah.
Also, I was going to make a USSR joke later. I'm still going to make it. Because that's...
You're trying to bring that shit back, nigga. Like it was the Cash Money reunion.
Steel curtain. We see Creed the first time when he's having his big match with Andre Ward from the first movie.
It's not Andre Ward.
It isn't?
Like Anthony Wheeler or some shit like that.
Anthony Wheeler.
Wow, all you people look alike, huh?
Yeah.
Only you light-skinned niggas look alike.
I can't tell us apart. No, actually, it is Andre Ward.
That's not Andre Ward.
Yeah, it's the Wheeler.
Wheeler.
Yeah, it's the same person.
It's not. First of all, fuck, I'll slap you shit out of you. Andre Ward's from Oakland, nigga.
Yeah, he plays Danny the Stuntman Wheeler. I'm looking at it right now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, it's right there. Right there.
Andre Ward was in the first fucking movie.
Yeah, he's in this one too.
Yeah.
He's literally fighting him in the first part of this movie.
All right, whatever.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. I just didn't. I was like, that nigga look big as shit. I never seen that nigga that big. That nigga retired from boxing to become movie boxer.
That's where the money is. And don't get punched in the face.
Alright, so that makes more sense about the thing. I thought this nigga was Andre Ward thing. He still got them that Jordan commercial, the Jordan money.
Hey, that's where it's at. Not getting punched in the face and getting that Jordan money.
He wins the fight to become champion.
I'm like, really? It's like 10 minutes into the movie and you became heavyweight champion of the world. This movie is
heavyweight champion of the world.
Yep, this movie is not what I thought it was.
Because we're not gonna. Hey, in the 80s we didn't know about weight classes. Y'all niggas need to stop trying to pull the wool over our eyes. All right, maybe y'all should have got Gennady Golovkin. That would have been dope. But I guess he wouldn't have been as big as Drago. No, that he had to be as big as Drago. All right, I love this movie. There's a lot of shit wrong with this movie.
Drago, it's kind of like Wreck-It Ralph, but good. There's a lot of things wrong.
No, they act like we don't know what the fuck boxing is. Like, we maybe didn't know.
Because they wouldn't be in the same weight class, correct?
No, hell no.
Because he's got like 70 pounds on him.
If that much, yeah. And they're like, there's heavyweight. Like, me and you right now might be heavyweights, right? Even though there's a size difference between us two, right? But when you get to a certain weight, that shit really don't matter. That nigga's clearly a light heavyweight nigga, maybe a welterweight. He got big as shit. But that nigga Drago was actually Ivan Drago's son.
Yeah, he's a bear.
Yeah.
An actual bear.
Yeah.
An albino bear.
That if I use skin whiteners and really ate my Wheaties, that's what I'd look like. It's sexier.
Skin whiteners?
Skin whiteners.
They sell them at Costco and Bolt.
Nigga, they send that shit at the beauty supply store. And I'm like, bro, this Oakland, don't nobody want this shit. Hey, this shit came out a little too. I wish I could have that when y'all was calling me when I was self-conscious about my skin tone. Man, I ought to use that shit. But now I'm not self-conscious about my skin tone. Thank you, Wale. He told me black is beautiful. I believe him.
You should believe him. He's a fantastic rapper.
We're fans. He's a long-time listener. Shout out to Ralph Lauren.
They're talking about Lauren.
I once said, I used the R word. This is then. I was like, Ralph, you retarded for this one. And he liked the tweet. He's very active back in the day. So I was like, why would you call him that? And I was like, whoa! This is 2014, bro. You can still say that shit. But he knew what it was because he understands different dialects around the country.
And he's retweeted from the podcast account before. Therefore, he's a friend of the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for Lord, yeah. He taught me how to say John. No, actually, Darrell did. Darrell was saying John back when we were in high school.
Man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. John is an old fucking Philly word.
So back in Mother Russia, Drago was punching cement and lifting cement blocks for a living because he's a hard ass.
Eating cement.
Yeah, he's just chewing
he
cement.
He slept on a cement bed, a memory foam cement bed. Cement everywhere. The Ukraine was like, no, he was in Ukraine. They fly to Philly.
You didn't take notes, so you're out of order. This whole damn court's out of order.
You just said they got on the plane and went, Arr.
Yeah, no, I just let you talk because it was funny, but that's not how it happens at all.
Go ahead. He wins the fight.
He wins the fight, and Jaleel White's like, well, looks like you're the champion of the world. Mm-hmm. It'd sure be a shame if you got challenged by someone who killed your father.
Go ahead. Because I don't know where we're at. Go ahead.
Rocky visits his wife's grave, and visits his son. He's like, man, I'm sure I'm super lonely, even though I've achieved personal greatness. I used to be a great boxer. And I'm even a great trainer. I'm kind of living a dream, but I'm still super lonely, and I have a lot of personal troubles.
All his friends are dead. Push him to the edge.
I was hoping you were going to finish with that, so good job.
Or Apollo's dead. Apollo's trainer's dead, who also trained him. Mm-hmm. Adrian's dead. His son doesn't talk to him because I guess he was a bad father.
Somehow. What about
the movies never showed.
The movies never showed it. What about the robot from Rocky 3?
No one remembers that. That shit is out of my mind. I remember that movie.
So basically, the Jaleel White, the promoter, holds a press conference announcing that Victor Drago has arrived and he wants to fight Creed.
Mm-hmm. And while Creed is enjoying being the champion in Philly, and people are like, hey, you're at a cheesesteak shop. This movie wasn't Philly. This movie was not Philly at all. I did respect Coogler for making the movie Philly.
He knows how to make locations.
Yeah.
This movie was directed by a person who doesn't have a picture on IMDb, so I'm not sure that they're real.
This is like directed by a fucking troll? God damn. Hey, these niggas is evolving.
I don't know, maybe this manifested itself.
Yeah.
Maybe Coogler directed it like remotely, like from Skype.
Oh, and he gave all the proceeds to somebody.
Yeah, because he's a good
guy. No. He did reverse Timberland. So he directed the movie and put somebody else's name on it. Mm-hmm. And Timberland was just like, give me your beat, and then I'll just sell it for $1 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right, reverse Timbo this shit. All right, cool. Go ahead.
Well, this is intercut with Drago meeting Rocky at his restaurant. Mm-hmm. Also intercut with Tessa Thompson and Adonis eating cheesesteaks, which is you're right, the only Philly part of the movie. We don't actually see the cheesesteaks though, so it could be anywhere.
Could have been in Baltimore.
Yep, we've been there.
Yeah. So Drago, he just comes in after closing time, and the lady was like, "Look, he's here, and this nigga's big and fucking scary, all right?" And he said you would know him. I know you can fight, but I wasn't telling this nigga he can't come in. All right?
I was alarmed.
Yes.
His accent is heavy.
Exactly. And he looks like he's been in 3 Expendable movies. But he looks like he might be a fucking super genius. Like, I don't know. He looks like he's like 3 degrees in some really complicated shit.
He was intimidating, not only physically, but also intellectually.
Yeah. The way he talked about me, it's like, he didn't talk down to me, but it was just an air of like, man, this guy seems really fucking smart. And he has a lot of life wisdom and shit like that. He just it's like, almost like he was typecast in Hollywood because he was big and he could play a lot of Aryan races.
I just felt his pain, like he's really a misunderstood creature.
Mm-hmm. No one knows he's this fucking... I don't know. Anyway, maybe because he's giant and was gorgeous back in the day.
Oh, man.
When he was Dirty Punisher? What?
I was somewhere else, I'll tell you.
On that hog? I was like, I was vibrating. Oh, man, imagine being this comfortable with Shaky Island that you can talk about a man like that.
Hey, you just have to embrace the comfort, man. There's a lot of handsome men in this movie. I'm just gonna say it.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna say it.
I ran after it.
I got home and I threw away a sweet potato pie. I did push-ups in the theater.
I did clapping push-ups and everything. I was like, yeah. And I know I gotta work on my neck. My neck been hurting and shit like that. All right, so Drago's like, nice pictures on the wall. Like, this nigga don't speak English. And so he's like, ain't no pictures of me. He's like, you killed my best friend, and you really fucked me over, bro.
I'm like, that's a really asshole question to ask. It's really insensitive. I don't appreciate you flying all this way. So why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, and he was like, well, we're going to fight, and I brought my son to fight your son. We're all going to make a lot of money. This would be a marquee matchup. I'm pretty sure the purse is like $30 million, and it should be. Drago should get $10 million. He should get $20 million.
So you feel like they basically could have sold the fight without being assholes at all, and not like baiting him into it with anger?
No. Rocky knew not to take that fucking fight. It was a different thing. It's like how Killmonger beat Black Panther in the first fight. Mines were in a different fucking places. He wasn't ready for that shit. Rocky's like, nigga, you not ready for this shit. I think you can beat him, but you not ready for this nigga, man. Well, anyway,
that's why Jaleel White was smart about it though, because in the next scene we're at Tessa Thompson's concert. She has a song on the album. It's actually really good. She can sing in real life, and she can Valkyrie.
I was actually like, is that her? Mm-hmm. Okay. Light skin girl's doing it all, huh?
I know she's doing
it for herself.
She's multi-talented, light skinned, and can sing.
Mm-hmm. Wait, multi-talented means you have more than one talent.
It's 2 things.
You can't be multi-talented and can sing. That it falls under multi-talented. This nigga speaks hella language and Spanish. No, it's part of the same thing.
I know. I named 2 things: light skinned and talented.
This nigga has children and a son.
I don't think you get what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Jaleel White's like...
You said she's multi-talented and can sing.
No, I said she's multi-talented, she's light-skinned, and can sing.
Multi-talented means you can sing.
I know that. I just give him the examples of how she's multi-talented. What aren't you getting?
No, alright, you know you're wrong. Go ahead. Okay. Banter.
Okay. At Tessa Thompson's show, she's giving a great performance, and she's like super eccentric. And it's like...
they were at Harlem's Paradise.
They were at Harlem's Paradise, and it sounds great. It's like audio cocoa butter. Mm-hmm. It's like shea butter for my beard. My skin is moisturized, and it feels great. My beard is full. Jaleel White, shady boxing promoter, arrives.
He's not shady. That nigga knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, what? I mean, he did, but he's kind of a jerk about it.
Yeah. One thing they get right is you got to sell these fucking fights.
Yeah, but he's still a shady boxing promoter.
He's not shady. Everything's on the up and up.
He was playing mind games. Mind chess and checkers. Maybe some mind shoots and ladders.
Nice. Again, he didn't do anything illegal. He didn't do anything underhanded. He played on this nigga's weakness.
You didn't think that was underhanded?
No.
He's like, hey Vic, all of your insecurities.
Again, I'm old enough, I'm man enough to be like, yeah, whatever, nigga.
Yeah, but Vic, I'm like, all your insecurities.
Exactly.
Nigga, your daddy's insecurities. How about that?
Exactly.
And yours. How about that?
Again.
So
it takes more than words to get me to fight. I'm at that thing. Maybe if he'd have took some karate at the Y when he was younger, he might even know how to center his chi. Keanu Reeves should turn him in the next movie.
What the movie is saying is that as men, we really need to be more emotionally in touch with ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Toxic masculinity almost got him killed.
It did.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to let shit go.
Yeah, really. Especially that nigga really didn't raise you, so I don't even know why you're really that mad. I know his father did take it away from you. Again, that's Rocky's fault. Because I don't care, you let that nigga's pride get him killed. But you letting that nigga's pride get him killed, I'm not going to let your pride kill you.
Do you think I would argue that it's still Rocky's fault, even though Adonis is his own man, of course. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that Rocky really tried enough.
Oh, you mean Apollo?
No, like, I'm talking about, like, okay, so basically Adonis falls for the bait and immediately accepts the fight, goes to talk to Rocky and is like, will you train me? Do you think that Rocky should have done more to talk him out of it?
Rocky can't talk a grown ass man out of stuff. That was a very theme of this shit. Felicia Rashad didn't want to. That's Rashad, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Felicia Rashad, like, nigga, you a grown ass man. You gonna take this fucking fight? And then she was like, well, let's get to your thing. Yeah. We can talk about that later. So Rock said, I can't train you in this. Like, bro, you're not ready for this kind of fight. And then he automatically took it as, I'm gonna lose. And Rock asked him a real ass question: why are you taking this fight? And he didn't answer that question right. And Rock was like, Rock is a sage motherfucker, like a real zenny sagey motherfucker. I mean, he got smarter as he got punched more. Shit like that.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
So Rocky refuses to train Adonis. There's some great acting in this scene, a bit of a back and forth, if you will. And I see why both of these are considered. These guys are considered amongst the greats in acting. I like them both a lot.
You said Sylvester Stallone is considered a great actor?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Michael B. Jordan. I like him. He's a great actor. Bianca, a.k.a. Tessa Thompson, thinks that they should move to L.A. because why not? It would be great for her music career. Adonis is a little conflicted because he'll leave Rocky alone. But now that he's refused to fight, hey, why not?
Yeah.
Dinner with Felicia Rashad. She guesses that Bianca's pregnant. Oh shit, prego. What a twist.
Oh, they got engaged too.
Oh yeah, that's right. And they had some PG-13 coitus.
Yeah. A little bit too long. I'm like, but I guess this was runtime sex.
It was definitely runtime sex. He's like, hey, to be considered like a really Oscar-worthy movie, you got to be a little over 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right, we're in LA, and Felicia Rashad.
Hey, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I thought that was a good joke.
Okay.
Well, it was.
So Felicia Rashad, she's pregnant. No, it's not. Then they go. I guess there was a pregnancy test at her house because Felicia Rashad be buzzing it open. I guess. Just like, I got this big ass mansion. I might as well let some young man Digos come through and knock the cobwebs off. Woo! I said that whole shit and I'm probably gonna yell at for that one. Alright. So, she was like, oh, she's pregnant. She's calling her mom and shit like that. Then she was like, well, I'm really here to tell you I'm taking the fight. And she was like, nigga, I know you're taking the fight. You're just like your punk ass daddy. Where's he right now? Yeah, nigga. So anyway.
Basically. Don't you have any feelings about it? Like, are you gonna yell at me?
She was like, no, you already made your damn decision. I don't want you to fucking take this fight. But you want it. That nigga's a fucking beast. Have you seen him? He hits very hard.
and he's going to hit you very hard.
Exactly.
I, as your mother, I would not enjoy that.
The funny part is this movie, even though they're in 2 different weight classes, like, the boxing part of this movie doesn't want us to see that they're in 2 different weight classes, but everybody talks to him like they're in 2 different fucking weight classes.
Yeah, they do.
It's like, this nigga's 2 weight classes above you, my nigga. What are you doing, bro?
And Adonis is like, no, but it's a movie.
And it's like, I'm gonna be fine. Like, nah, like, this dude's really, really big. Have you seen how big he is? He's very bigger than you. Anyway.
So now that Adonis doesn't have a trainer for this fight, he goes back to the gym and asks Wood Harris to train him.
And Wood Harris take me? All right. Wood Harris look here.
Wow. Hold on. Can you repeat that joke?
No. It's hot, man. I'm trying to get to the shit. Sometimes when you record the winter late, all these guys have lights and shit like that. So Wood Harris look here, nigga. That nigga might murder you, so you gonna train the way I want you to train, so you won't get murdered in the ring. So you don't believe in me either? Like, nah, nigga, I'm just saying this nigga might murder you in this fucking ring. Shit happens. He's very big. He's actually 2 weight classes over you. But he was like, this is a movie. That was his argument the whole time. But my pride.
I'm fighting for my daddy, and I'm fighting for me. I'm fighting for 2 Creeds. Creed Squared, which was almost a title for this movie.
That's a lie. So, training montage. Oh, well, the cool montage is Victor Drago. The Dragos walk around Philly like, see how they worship this nigga, bro? This is me until I lost. Alright? And I was probably too cocky, that's why I lost. I should have just killed the nigga. Like I killed his friend. Anyway.
So the fight happens after a great training montage. But I mean, there's better training montages, but this one was pretty great.
Mm-hmm. It was the first training. You can't blow your first load in a training montage, bro.
That's right. You got to keep it above belt, just rub the shoulders at first.
Yeah.
Then play the saxophone, then get below the waist. Fight happens.
Yeah, and he's trying to. The thing was, Drago was very unorthodox, and even though Creed is a better fighter, brute force and strength and shit like that.
And he plays dirty. He swept the leg. You're not supposed to sweep the leg.
Nah, he beat him straight up this time. those rib punches, yeah, those are Roy Jones rib punches and shit like that. Roy Jones used to break ribs like that.
You almost forgot.
Yeah. He just overwhelms him with brute strength and ferocity, and breaks his ribs with some devastating ribs punch. And then, beats him up, and he was like, don't throw in the towel. And he's like, no, nigga, we're throwing in the fucking towel. We're not doing this again.
Drago, at one point, wasn't winning the fight, and his dad is saying some terrible shit between rounds.
He's like, that's why you still pee to bed, nigga.
he's like, this is why your mom left. This is why I can't get erections anymore. It's terrible. He's like, you just got to win. The Iron Curtain fell because of you. Win this fight.
This is why people starve in the Ukraine. And so Drago was beating him, had him on one knee, and he uppercutted him when he was up, and he got disqualified. And so Wood Harris, while this nigga Creed lays in the hospital, beat the shit out of, says, "Hey, but you're still the champion."
He's like, well, that's kind of good news, even though I have 3 broken ribs and a fractured kidney.
Yeah. And a punctured kidney, my nigga. Fractured kidney.
Yeah, that's kind of great. I mean, I almost died, but cool. I clearly lost.
Clearly lost. Yeah, and so Rocky flies out to come see him, and then Adonis is still 5, and he's like, where were you? He's like, nigga, I told you not to take this fucking fight. Like, get out of here, man. You're not my dad.
Did you think that was, I think one of the measures of your acting is how good can you act from a hospital bed. So what'd you think?
Again, I'm going to talk about this nigga acting. Go ahead. And so he tells Rocky to get the hell out of here.
Why'd you brush me off like I was paparazzi?
What did I talk? Because I said words. So now this nigga, they was like, look here, bro. He's high on this good H right now, but when he comes down, he's gonna feel this shit. And so then we have not a montage, but a time lapse of how shitty it sucks.
It hurts really bad montage.
Mm-hmm. He pisses blood, which I knew was gonna happen.
I'm like, I feel like this scene is for people who have never seen boxing. I'm like, we know it's gonna happen because we've seen boxing before.
No, I know when they said ruptured kidney, I was like, oh, there's gonna be some blood pee going on. And when that nigga got up in the mouth, I was like, yeah, this nigga gonna be pissing blood.
I don't want to see
Kool-Aid
painful pee on screen. That hurts me to see it.
Because I know one day I might have to pass a kidney, and I'm just like, kidney stuff.
It was a nightmare. I don't want to see that shit.
Like, nigga, no, that's my future. It hurts when I peeled.
You gotta drink a lot of cranberry juice.
Yeah, somebody did tell me that. I'll drink it with vodka. Alright.
He gets like a welcome home package from. Oh no, I'm sorry, that didn't happen yet actually. So yeah, it hurts a lot. And Felicia Rashad is talking to Tessa Thompson about how to be there for him. And he's like, no, he's got to fix himself from the inside out.
That nigga chose to fight after we all told that nigga not to, right? And so then he gets a nice underwater punching training, and then he screams at the water like, and so now he's all back to normal, but his mind isn't right.
Yeah, he's super broken.
So he pulls up to the gym, and he's like, come on, nigga, let's just hit the bag. Wood Harris like, come on, let's hit the bag, baby. He's like, yeah, I'll be in a second. He drives off like a pussy.
We could watch some Wire on Blu-ray. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's like, I've never seen it. I heard it's good.
I know some people don't recognize it as the greatest show of all time, even though they should. They talk about Breaking Bad, even though it's not comparable at all.
Yeah, only comparable is that they bit off of it. Also, then we can, maybe, no, it's not us. Why? Let's maybe watch, remember the Titans?
Yeah, maybe we could watch that. I heard great things about that movie, or maybe even Ant-Man. To a lesser extent.
Dread.
Cut to Russian dinner, which looks like a scene from Underworld.
That is a scary shit, bro. I was like, man, all these niggas look like murderers. They're gonna have somebody killed, and so they're giving Drago's back the keys to Russia. It's like, you're Russian again, my nigga. And like little Drago's like, bro, fuck these motherfuckers, bro. We did this by ourselves. We don't need fucking Russia. Let's just bang Ukraine, nigga.
All day. And like, who is this? My mom is here? I don't even know my mom. She walked out on us. She walked out on you and me.
And so he's having a crisis, like, because he's also like 5'2". He's just a big brute. And he was like, Dad, fuck these people. Why are we doing this shit? He was like, bro, so we never have to do this shit again. It's not like we're going to lose again. That's stupid talk. It's not like there's an hour left of this movie.
It's like, son, come on. It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure the movie is being told from our perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, Russia number one. Russia number one.
Yeah, we're watching Drago 2 right now.
Drago the Revenge.
Rocky.
Where Jesus comes down and blesses my gloves and shit like that. Because Jesus is Russian.
Rocky gets a sonogram in the mail from Mama Creed. He still needs you. Mm-hmm. So Rocky comes to give him a talk, and they have a talk about the fight, have some back and forth at his mom's house, and everything's fine again.
He was like, bro, you never could tell me why you wanted to fake this fight. And then he was telling Rocky, he's like, I don't hear that voice in my head telling me get up. And like, I don't know. He's like, bro, you're going to be fine. And I'm a wise sage. Now everything is good with
you. He said it is. He fixed all his chakras and opened his gates.
Oh yeah, he gave that level, like and he was like, oh. And he dookie. Like, he had that one good dookie that everything came out. Like that one duke where you feel like you don't need to wipe, but you wipe anyway. But it just comes out so clean that you're like, that was everything.
Made his soul feel lighter.
Alright, and so having a baby.
Yeah, he gets a call, which is very serendipitous. Luckily, it happened right after the exact moment that they became cool again.
Yeah.
His daughter is born, so they rushed to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Good day. you reconcile with your father figure uncle? Your father figure white uncle?
Yes.
Because all we need to do is say black children is have professional boxers that lost all their life to spend all their time with you. That's what to say to the black community. Why did I think about it earlier?
Well, maybe after we finish recording, we can write some retired boxers to see if they can answer us.
I can think of a good one. White though, white.
Right. They got to be white. Yeah. Who else can save us?
Not social reform. All right, let's go.
Okay. So, daughter Creed is born, and they run some tests, and it looks like she's deaf.
I didn't. All right, go ahead. And so, yeah. And
Rocky gives him some solid advice. He's like, "Hey, how are you gonna handle this? What if it's not all right? You gonna be a daddy?"
It's like, I can't think of I damn it, Rock. All the fucking pep talks. He was like, I can't think about it. Like, no, nigga, you have to think about some shit. Sometimes shit doesn't go as planned, and you gotta be ready for some shit. Like, everybody's like, no, I can't think about the worst. Like, no, you have to be prepared for the worst also. You just have to be prepared. He's not saying wish that on her. He's just saying, nigga, be prepared for the worst because this shit might happen.
Exactly. I think about the worst all the time.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to do that?
No. That's wrong. That causes anxiety and shit and self-doubt and everything like that.
Oh, okay. Maybe not. Maybe I should do it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your worst can be like, what if my son really wants to join the army? That's the worst. Every now and then you can think about that.
Oh no! I every morning before he goes to school, I show him just that one scene from Boys and
Exactly, but it's like church. If you put too much church on somebody, they're gonna resent you and start busting it open on poles.
Mm.
Too much church is why we become heathens.
Maybe I'll just cut it to once a day.
Yeah. No, once a week.
Once a week, and then Voltron. I'm gonna edit it in between episodes of Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
Don't join the army. You can watch Voltron now.
Mm-hmm. But don't send him on G.I. Joe at all.
Oh no!
No positive.
Oh no! That shit is propaganda.
Yeah. Matter of fact, don't even show us Gal Gadot. You don't need no fine women serving the military too.
I heard when you bought the VHS of the movie, it came in with enrollment papers.
They're just signed here.
G.I. Joe, get a free action figure.
Yeah, but you know, 3 years out. That's your GI Bill because that's worth hell of money now.
Mm-hmm. So Adonis goes home and he gets a gift basket from Drago, which is perfect. Good night, Moon. I thought that was pretty funny.
You guys are down there to be dicks. And so Drago's been beating the shit out of everybody in the heavyweight class, and it was like, nigga, I'm still not the champion. I want Creed. Can you walk now? Come get your ass whooped again.
We get exposition via ESPN, which is my favorite. It's not bad. It's fine.
ESPN ain't going nowhere. Just if you black and have an opinion. You go somewhere on ESPN. No, if you're black and a woman and you have an opinion.
Yeah, that'd be terrible, yeah.
Because I don't see any other black women on ESPN.
They only have one.
I'm pretty sure there's one more or other. I just haven't seen her. Where are we? Where
Tessa says she needs some time away and needs to go to the studio. Do you mind if you babysit for a while? Mm-hmm. The baby cries a lot because babies do that. Mm-hmm. I know from personal experience that babies do indeed cry.
I know he's like 25 or some shit like that, but I'm not gonna trip when my baby's crying all the goddamn time. I don't know if oh wait, I'm also old. Never mind. Go ahead. Like people are like, oh, you're never ready to be a parent. I'm like, no, I'm ready. I'm old enough to just deal with this shit.
No, that's a common movie trope. Oh no, the baby's crying. 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 It's a movie trope.
Yeah, like I understand. If somehow I had to deal with your daughter when she was in her cries when she didn't like me, I just put her ass down and tuned it out. Like my friend once said the greatest thing ever. She was like, a baby has never cried themselves to death, and I was like, oh, when you say it like that, all right. Like,
no, babies are like computers. You just troubleshoot. It's like, is your diaper dirty? Are you hungry? Are you sleepy? You fix all those things, and then they stop crying.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's diaper rat.
Yeah, and then that's it. And then you figure it out.
Yeah. You gotta keep that booty cold, baby.
Yeah.
It's fucking thing. You just gotta sit up in cold water. Then you know, get pneumonia, whatever.
It's pronounced pneumonia.
Opossum.
Worst marsupial in North America.
Fuck you.
We got screwed.
Fuck you.
Maybe you're really passionate about possums.
I love possums. Real niggas, but first of all, possums is the real motherfucking world. Them niggas play dead. They're like, and play dead for a long ass time. It was like, no, I know the coast ain't clear. It's clear? Bye.
Well, the greatest actors in the animal kingdom, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Maybe you're right. Mm-hmm. Maybe I've been giving possums.
They're ugly giant rats, but
I'm just saying they're not my favorite marsupial.
They're bottom tier marsupial.
That's
There's only like 6 of them, but it's not hard. It's only 6. They're the chic looch of marsupials.
Wow, this phrases you think you'll never hear. Welcome to # All Podcasts Matter.
I hope he never hears it.
I mean, they're still popular, you know, and they're on Bad Boy Records.
Yeah.
They did a song with Mariah Carey in the Shiny Suit era.
Funny part, if he see me in Westbrook, I'll just take it, bro. We'd have to square up, bro. I was like, we can put on the glove, bro. I have got it at you a lot. I love him. Like, yeah, I'm just saying, there's Jaden Styles, right? It's a chic look. I love possums. I'm just saying, there's also wallabies and kangaroos.
Those are adorable and swole,
Yeah.
respectively.
But I mean, marsupials in the panda family, the pandas are best. It's only 2 pandas, reds and giant. Oh, and trash. My bad.
Which
trash?
I mean, you have to incorporate zoo books into every episode. Just,
I'm just saying, you learn some shit, and I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. I don't know if pandas are an actual family, but I know there's red pandas, giant pandas, and trash pandas. There's no regular pandas; they're just giant. It's like you just go straight to giant pandas.
Just straight to giant. The regular pandas are extinct.
Oh, okay, because they got too big.
Yeah, it's because they can't survive. They can't survive because of oxygen levels.
Mm-hmm. Making up shit. Oh, you want to know some real shit is pandas. Their digestive system is not equipped to handle fucking bamboo, so they shit that shit out immediately. So they constantly have to eat panda if they're eating bamboo if they're near bamboo.
Is it like pellets?
No, they're okay. Put it like this: they're bamboo intolerant. So whatever, if you're lactose intolerant and you drink a bunch of milk, that's what happened. But you have to eat, right? To still be a giant panda, so they constantly got to eat that shit and they're constantly pooping it out. Mm. They're extinct because of diarrhea kills them off.
I kind of wish I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. The whole panda thing.
It ruins a little bit of the mystique of pandas. Mm-hmm. You know that they're constantly shitting.
And, oh, yeah. Oh, rabbits do not eat carrots. They sold us a lie. Also, cats and dogs fucking love each other.
Oh, that's an urban legend, yeah. I've had cats.
Remember, they put that on this. Like, they just don't get along.
Oh, that's just the liberal media pushing out bullshit constantly.
Bro, that's fake news right there. I really thought cats and dogs were on site, bro. And then I was like, wait, where are all these movies about cats? Anyway.
Tangent.
Again, but cats are mean to fucking dogs. I tell you that much. Cats are dicks.
Oh, they're yeah, a little bit. I still love all of them though.
Mm-hmm. All cats, except for the ugly one. You have to be a really ugly cat if you're an ugly cat.
That's true.
Because they all look fucking like it. Just different colors. Also, fuck pugs. They are ugly dogs. Anyway.
Did you know that they
sneeze on you?
Did you know there's like a pug con in California?
I'll go in there and punch every pug.
I learned that today. It's called Pug Function. Mm-hmm. I'm serious.
I believe you. I believe there's a pug thing. Go ahead.
Okay. So after
somebody's gonna give a comment that sometimes your episodes stall. As much as we hate fucking filler, the thing is, we're not trying to make these motherfuckers long. We just
listen. We flow naturally as much as we can, and when we feel the tangent, you just have to let it ride. Mm-hmm. It's like a choose your own adventure book, you know. I'm like, hey, do you want us to keep talking about this movie, or do you want to talk about pandas for a while? We're gonna talk about pandas for a while, but now we're gonna get back to the movie. Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. All right, so
Creed is talking to Tessa, and he's saying that you have to do what you need to do, or you feel like you can't breathe. Mm-hmm. You have to have your music, and I have to fight. I have to fight him again. And
she was like, "Well, you need my permission. You didn't ask for it the first time. You didn't listen to anybody. And that's how you got your face broken. He broke his fucking face. He lost the occipital lobe. I said that shit right.
It's like, but how about this time? Like,
you guys give me your blessing." And they was like, "Yes, you can have our blessing." And that's all he needed was to win the fight.
It is. Yeah. Well, he got like +2 XP. Mm-hmm. That's all he needed.
He leveled up.
He did.
Then Rock was like, "Look here, bro. Your style doesn't match with him. You're gonna have to learn to fight like a motherfucker." And he was like, "You think that's all it is to beat him?" He's like, "Nigga, I beat him. I beat that nigga ass, bro." So I beat him so bad, he raised his son just to beat you, nigga. He didn't even know about you, nigga. When they found about you 6 years ago, he started training this nigga, bro.
Think about that. So the rematch can happen, but it has to be in Russia. And yeah.
The funny part is, no, it doesn't. Because if he really wanted to fight him, he still had to fight on the champion's term. He's still the fucking champion.
Yeah, that's true. I don't believe that at all.
I'm going to break down all this movie. Because I fucking love boxing. I'm an intermediate fan. I'm not one of those motherfuckers that tell you all this shit. But I am not a novice by far and shit like that. All this movie is like, hey, bro, this isn't an 80s boxing movie. That's not how shit happens. Anyway.
But then we get to the favorite part of the movie.
Best montage.
It's a super training montage. This is the montage of montages. Like if there was a montage awards, this would win.
Yeah, this is like Rocky. It's almost like Rocky invented the montage They're the godfather of the montage.
Mhm.
Because that nigga really was getting strong.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. When they was running the sand, bro.
So he goes.
When Apollo trained him, that was the best montage. Nigga.
So Adonis goes to some sort of super boxer training camp.
It looked like one of those free wall prisons.
It did.
I'm like, y'all could have just dropped him off in Pelican Bay and like, nigga, make it out, and then you're ready.
Exactly. It's like if you try to leave, you'll just die. So you stay here and just work out.
Yeah. And so he did some tire boxing. He did some neck. He does some neck exercises, so his head game is gonna be on point.
He does all the things. He hits the ground with a sledgehammer. He punches some tires. Punches over some fire. What else should like a boxer do? Oh,
he
yeah.
ran in the desert until he passes out. Heat exhaustion is real. Y'all niggas need to really watch that shit.
No, that's the thing he probably shouldn't do. That'd probably actually kill you. or cause like permanent damage to your body.
Dehydration is a motherfucker, bro. Should get that nigga some Gatorade. He got up though because he was getting stronger.
Does some jump rope, some dodgeball, steal the bacon.
He beats up a Mexican stereotype, and he's ready to fight. You really missed my joke about he was straightened his neck. Now his head game's gonna be on point. You really missed that joke. I went under it.
That was good. Yeah, I did miss it. We tell a lot of jokes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Our jokes per minute sometimes are really high, and sometimes I miss them.
And so while this time, Drago's also training, but his training got soft because now that Big Drago is back in the Russia's good graces, he's accomplished his goal, so he doesn't have the same vigor in the training. And his son sees that, and he was trying to give him bloody piss when he had his sparring gloves on. He didn't see that the money was blinding him.
Oh, it definitely did. There's a lot of subtext when Drago was training. Victor, I mean.
And so this is not the fight in Mother Russia, and that shit was jumping.
It was.
Yeah.
All the ladies left the men at home. The club was full of.
Oh, we never said that was who his mom was though.
Who was it?
Bridget Nielsen.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if that was her in the first movie because I didn't know she was that bad back in the day.
Her hair was wavy.
Yeah, but you know it's Bridget Nielsen. You know, Flavor Flav's ex-boo-thing. They're looking old. But that's why you make a super kid. Ivan Drago and Bridget Nielsen. He should have played basketball or football.
Oh yeah, they're breeding super children.
That's what the Fuhrer was trying to do. Couldn't do it right though. He didn't know how to do it. It takes struggle to breed kids like that. Breed LeBron James is Kevin Durant, all right? Struggle. See, they always trying to make the perfect hybrid vampire, but they forget struggle.
No, they're right. First they got to breed him and then take one of his parents away.
Yeah.
You're right. That's what it's missing. That's the key element.
Yeah, and then this nigga, he wasn't just big. You can be big and soft, my nigga. But he's like, no, apparently they lived in the asshole Ukraine. They said they let stray dogs die in the street. And you know what it is for white people? How poor you got to be for white people to let stray dogs die, nigga?
I know. That's true. That's the last thing I want to do.
Nigga. White people let straight humans die before they let stray dogs fly. This one OG was telling me, he was like, I don't know if this is a bullshit story, but I've heard this story before. I don't know if he was telling me, but he was like, I asked a white lady if a black man was on the ground and a dog was on the ground starving, who would you feed? And she was like, the dog, because the dog is innocent. White people love dogs more than humans and shit like that. There's a whole country letting motherfucking dogs starve. So you know it's poor out there. White people love dogs. But that's also Eastern Europe.
It's the night of the final fight, and Drago comes out riding a bear.
Go ahead.
With bottles of vodka in each hand.
All the stereotype. Well, one of those big ass mink hats and shit like that. And he got the guard from the Wizard of Oz, nigga.
Yep.
Somehow that felt Russian to me. Big ass red star on this shit. Like Putin is like walking about rapping in Russian. Like Putin needs that man.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
In a tracksuit, man.
Yeah, the flyest of tracksuits.
And it's tracksuit open with his chest out because that nigga love himself.
red Adidas tracksuit. He looks great. Makes his way to the ring. Adonis comes out, and Tessa Thompson is doing his theme music with a bunch of lasers.
Yeah, I don't think they would give him like all that budget to have his shit fire than his.
He's like, yeah, I'll do the fight, but what's your laser budget?
They was like, look here, all right, I'm the champion, and this should be in America. I just want free range on the budget, and I'll come through it. I'm good. And it was like, cool. They didn't think they was gonna go crazy, and I was like, this shit wet. Hey, them Russians that didn't speak English, they was like, they had the Jay-Z gift. They were like,
I don't know, this intro is pretty slap.
And they don't like niggas out there too.
The lasers are on point. They have to rethink their thoughts on racism.
They're like, this what y'all do? How do you guys cook the chicken?
We didn't know the blacks love the lasers so much. We have so much in common, yes?
Yes. Nice. Very nice. In Mother Russia, hip hop makes. They do love rap out there. They just hate niggas. They love
I mean like America?
The world.
Like America.
The world. And bro, that's why I'm on that fucking hype. Like, bro, like everybody can't be black because y'all hate us. Y'all love our cultures. Man, if we all could, black people come in one place and then just export culture, we'd be the richest per capita in the world.
That's what we do here on the show. If we could export our culture for profit, man, we'd be billionaires.
Could you imagine, like, all the black people, we all just live in, it's what, 12 million of us, 12 million, Albuquerque, it looked like Wakanda because we'd have all this money just for us. They'd probably come try and burn us down. They'd hate on us.
No, you can't put all the black people in one place.
Oh,
like, historically, bad things happen.
Africa. Anyway.
And in shit, just in America.
South America. They were having too good weather then. Wait, whoa. This water's 70 degrees. So, apartheid. Afrikaan.
So the final fight happens. It's going pretty well. They have some back and forth. It's like
No, it wasn't back and forth. Drago was whooping his ass on points because he knocked him down twice. But he's never had to be past 4 rounds, so that nigga's stamina started to wear. And he didn't have a good training camp because it was all glitz and cramming. So when it started getting to the 8th round, stamina started and heart started again, and then Big Drago was like,
he's like, sweep the leg.
That's when he took it. He hooked the arm, punched him 2 shots in the ribs. This nigga's, first of all, that nigga ribs wasn't healed, or he needed to start drinking more milk, and I mean real milk, because
like vitamin D whole milk.
Yeah, because once your bones break, they grow back, they fuse back stronger.
I break my legs when I wake up every morning.
Put on my makeup, and so he broke the nigga's same ribs again, and then because they was in Russia, they had a dirty ribs. They was like, oof, I don't know it. And so this nigga has broken ribs. Clearly has broken ribs, and they still let this fight go on because of pride.
Yeah, they're like, hey, do you want to keep fighting, even though we're probably not the best person to ask because you're fighting for pride, and that we should be the better person and stop it, so you don't fucking die again.
They're like, no, I can do it because this is now. They're like, oh wait, my bad, it's a movie. I'm sorry.
He's like, the movie's almost over. I just need to finish the runtime. All right, Oscar.
Sorry. And so, but then he musters the strength to start beating on somebody like almost 2 sides his size.
Oh, he goes Super Saiyan basically.
Yeah, with broken ribs. He's for 1 point, he's only punching with his right arm.
The movie doesn't look great at all, except for this one scene I liked when he gets knocked down that last time, and the camera turns black and white, and it's just kind of zoomed in on his face, and the audio goes down.
When he started punching the mask,
yeah.
Oscar.
Yeah. I'm like, man, he is acting.
That man.
Wait.
Whoever said, like you charging us. Because I heard, damn, I couldn't think of, Hogan. Like, bro, this nigga really just like fucking charged up, bro.
No, it was great. I thought like Frieza had just killed Krillin.
Nah, that was one of those, that was a wrestling chant that got me back up, bro. No, Rocky there. Rocky. Might be it though. So he gets charged up and he just, musters all his broken rib strength and starts connecting him. And by the time his Russian mom sees that the fight's turning, so they left because it's not like this fight was going to end amazingly.
His Russian mom.
Drago's modern myth, and then when Big Drago sees that everybody's like they're leaving him again, he was like, my son's in like it all hits him a moment of clarity. He was like, my son's in there getting beat, and I'm doing all this for people that can care less about me and shit like that. All they love me when we win it. This is my son. I raised him by my goddamn self. And no, I wasn't the best father, but this nigga's fucking champion, and we're gonna make all the money. We're gonna make all the money together. Guess we're just gonna be Ukrainian motherfuckers. And he throws in the towel because his son was getting his ass whooped.
Creed wins, and Rocky turns into a Force ghost.
I swear to God, he was about to die.
I thought he was too,
Bro.
because he sat down and I was like, "Are you gonna?"
Nigga, don't. Hey, nigga, no. You can die in the third one, nigga. Don't you dare die. Man, I swear to God, he was about to die.
Me too. I'm like, movie, why are you doing
He's
this?
like, I did it all. Hey, he sat down like Luke did, and I was not expecting that shit to Luke to die.
Because he was like, "Whew, man, exhausted."
He's like, I'm coming home, Eleanor. He was like, Adrian, come home, Adrian. And he gets weird, and then he was like, Bianca.
I did it.
Bianca. Somebody threw his baby up there, like, here's the baby, shit like that. Max was like, hey, Rhoda, I told you how this is going. Y'all but the guy who this damn it, what? Yeah, right. And
we see Wood Harris again for the last time in the movie, which is cool. Wood Harris was in almost the whole movie.
Nigga had a pivotal role in the movie.
Yeah, we love Wood Harris on this show.
Yeah.
Wire alumni. Adonis goes to visit his dad's grave. And I don't think he has before.
Yeah, it's his first time visiting the grave. And then he like reveals the baby. He's like, "Oh, Dad, I want you to meet somebody." Like, no, nigga, why was that a reveal? And then we see the baby has hearing things, and then Rocky goes to visit his son, and the son's like, "Bro, why hasn't you been here? Come in, fuck, god damn."
He's like, I didn't see the part either where we were estranged. The movies just kind of made that part.
Well,
up.
Rocky 5 they were, and he gave that great speech, but he was like, "You always blaming people, you problem. Life, no one's gonna hit you as hard as life, but it's about how you never remember that speech."
Okay, I remember now.
I'll play dig it. That's a speech. Yeah, it's something you live. If you played that every morning when you wake up, you probably go run a mile. Like, fucking rock. They do write speeches. I want the next president to have whoever writes Rocky speeches. He'd have America back in shape, nigga. We'd be working like 1950s, nigga. Digging coal out like this. Circling up oil with a straw, like we siphon it from a tank, like that'll make America great again. Rocky speeches.
I think you're onto something.
Mm-hmm. Hey, white people love seeing the underdog, bro. Anyway.
I mean, only in films, though. Not like in real life.
No, only white underdogs.
No, but only in films.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they're underdogs, like, you know, in social situations, we don't want them to rise up.
But white people, though. Yeah, they do.
Oh, but yeah, only if they're white people.
White people had a gang of motherfuckers thinking they could whoop everybody ass. We seen Deliriums. Eddie Murphy.
Oh.
Eddie Murphy's comedy special. When he was like, hey, you just see Rocky. Alright, little man. Yeah, and then...
last shot of the movie, he says sit down with his family at his dad's grave and set up for third movie.
I don't know what they're going to do, but... This is going to fight Mr. T, son?
You never know.
Alright.
I think he's going to drive an 18-wheeler truck across the country. Over the top.
You could get a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, first of all, this nigga had a heavyweight fucking fight. He shouldn't. He looked poor to me, but then he did go and buy a flat cash in LA. Whatever, cool. I understand that. There's some called weight classes, so that shit doesn't happen and everything like that. Apollo got killed because Drago was on steroids. We were talking about this earlier. Niggas just don't be beating motherfuckers to death. It's real. Hey, motherfuckers die in the ring, but that was back when they didn't have rules and shit like that. And the ref would have stopped that fight a long time ago because he was beating the shit out of him. The ref would have stopped fucking Drago. I said that's the ref fault. That motherfucker died in the ring. The ref should have stopped fucking Apollo Creed's fight also.
It's implied that he was on the take from the mob.
Oh. No, it wasn't. You don't remember that movie.
Also, I made that up.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody would have been rich after this fucking fight. You called him shady. I'm like, no, this nigga know how the fight game work. Even if we're saying Apollo Creed wasn't that big of a name, niggas still get paid. Especially if you got Jim Lampley Roy Jones and Max Kellerman's for calling you a fight on HBO, you gotta fucking pay because that means you have a deal with HBO.
That's true. If you have the Kellerman, the Kellerman,
I love Max Kellerman.
no, he's dope.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's never said the N-word to my knowledge.
Oh, basically when he apologized about the Colin Kaepernick thing. Because he was like, I didn't believe he was being blackballed at first because I didn't just want to jump to conclusions and shit like that. I'm white. I get to not jump to conclusion. When I see all the evidence, yes, he's being blackballed. I said that shit out loud. Max Kellerman.
He said that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's almost like he apologized for saying the N-word, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, he was just like, I didn't think he was. He was like, talking about numbers and shit like that. He was like, now I see this nigga's clearly being blackballed and stuff like that. He's a nigga.
I understand. That was your interpretation of Max Kellerman's words.
Yeah. So a lot of this movie, like they tried to make it like this was 80s boxing. I'm like, no. Boxing's not as lucrative as it used to be, and that I mean by like inflation dollars, it's way more lucrative than it was back then. But I'm talking about inflation, and he was talking about this is how we build Thriller Manila. Build it. I mean, this is the whole you got to make a bad guy a good thing. American versus. That's just still plays. That played in the Andre Ward fight. That one. I don't think he won. I'm just saying. Different angles and shit like that. But it was crazy. Like, they're still trying to play up old, like, we don't know boxing tropes. Like, them niggas would not be in the ring together. That motherfucker's huge. He looked like he plays tight end. That nigga looked like Gronk, but bigger. And faster and scary. Nigga look like Brock Lesnar.
He was horrifying.
Yeah.
Did you like this movie?
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was necessary to compare it to the first? Because for some reason I didn't. I just didn't think about that.
No, it's the second movie. Like, it's the second fucking movie. I don't need to. It was his own movie in his own right. Rocky was good about making other movies and shit like that. Apollo. Rocky? 3 is when Apollo died. I don't know. Whenever Apollo died,
I don't know.
These were different fucking movies. So it's like they made different movies and shit like that. So it's like it was 1, then Apollo. No, yeah, it was 3. So 1, and then Apollo trained him, I guess, to fight Mr. T, and then he fought Drago. And so Clever Lane, yeah. I don't know. But it's like all these movies did, like they built on each shit. This shit built on itself like that, and there was always a different training way. It's like, hey, bro, you're training regularly. Now we're gonna train this way. I think this is where Dragon Ball Z gets. It's like, no, bro, you've trained on Earth before. Now you gotta train in space Earth, and then you gotta sit in the hyperbolic chamber and pray.
The next movie you can train under 3 times Earth's gravity.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you can do that. Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'll look it up.
There you go. Whoever starts training that first is going to kill somebody. Whoever does that first is going to kill somebody.
Well, no, they would try it on animals first. I mean.
Yeah, I think it would just like we'll just put three. You probably can do it, but it's like you'd have to start with 2, because that just means you weigh more. So just train it with more body weight. Yeah, but that would be fucking killer. But yeah, that's what I didn't like about this movie, because I know a little bit about boxing, so I'm like, come on, buddy. And them 2 niggas couldn't even catch weight. Like, a catch weight is when a bigger, so weight classes are like, they're like 5, 10 pounds, like 5 pounds of thing. Like, so a catch weight is when a heavier dude comes down and a skinnier dude bulks up. Pacquiao had to do that shit a lot, catch weights and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
And you meet it that way. Them niggas ain't coming to no catch weight. They're physically like it's 2 different specimens. Like no, y'all is JV and varsity, my nigga. Y'all not on the same level and stuff like that. And so that was dream fight kind of shit. I was like, that's not happening. And stop making motherfuckers look poor. These niggas have money, especially because he was beating people's asses while he was getting, and he didn't know endorsements and shit like that. I'm pretty sure Puma would have signed this nigga.
Yeah, he would have all the deals. He's a monster.
Exactly. Especially after he beat them. New Balance would have signed him because they're racist. Is that defamation? We're not big enough for defamation.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. We can't be saying shit like that when we get the money. We gotta speak it to existence. When we get this Google money. Woo, when we get this Google money, nigga. I always say that because I don't want to not get the Google money. And then like, what happened to their Google money, nigga? Like, it's like that Katrina money, baby. It just never came in.
Yeah, you gotta hope for the best.
Yeah.
But I liked the movie a lot, although I think it had like no visual flair whatsoever. But I thought the story was great.
It was a time. Hey, we don't make boxing movies. We do, but it's like this was that boxing movie. It wasn't. God damn it, Tommy! I'm gonna go stay with my sister. You know, it wasn't the white boxer movie. It wasn't. They don't have to show me all the things. Nigga's mom didn't die or something like that. It was just a boxing movie. The next boxing movie.
It's just that the guy who directed this also directed 2 episodes of Grownish.
That's his only.
Like he's never directed a movie before.
He's black, right?
I mean, if he directed Grownish, probably.
Hmm.
He doesn't have a picture on IMDb, so
Hey,
I don't think he's a real person.
where's he from?
I don't know. There's not enough information on IMDb.
So start looking at IMDb, bro. You got a wiki sometimes. Just trusting it. But yeah, I like the movie, and I enjoyed the movie. I had fun. I was tearing up a little bit, and then there was other black people. I think somebody was laughing at me because I was tearing up.
No, that's normal. I had feelings and emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I was sad.
Yeah.
No, and I'm serious.
Especially when I thought Rocky was about to die. I'm like, hey, whoa, what the fuck's going on? I didn't expect this. He can die in the 3rd movie. I don't know who's gonna train him because they haven't built up anybody else. I mean, they had Wood Harris. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, Drago can train him in the 3rd movie.
He does appear to be a black person, and he lives in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he knows. Anyway, what's up? Let's go.
You got anything else for a wrap up?
Never wrap it up. Shout out to Ric Flair, the 4 Horsemen, long-time listener, friend of the show, Lex. And Shannon Sharp.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And
Amy Schumer.
Thanks for listening.
Martin Scorsese. Yeah, you wait.
Do you just enjoy interrupting me?
Yeah.
Like that's your jam?
Yeah.
That's your jam, that's the thing that you like to do? Alright, thanks for listening everybody. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the rest of our social medias, which are linked in the episode description. Musical guest this week is the Rap Nerd from his new EP, Gemini. 2 up, 2 down.